Well, this is the thing. So my drinking at that point, like going back to your question, I was in Cambridge for, I think, 4 years in total. So once I was in that flat, I got into this habit of every night coming home from work, going into the Co-op and buying 3 bottles of wine for a tenner. And
No,
like they
Jesus.
wouldn't even go in the fridge. Like my room was right next to the kitchen, but I would just have them like on my desk. So I'd be sat like I'm sitting now at my desk, just maybe watching something, a movie, I don't know, not doing anything really creative, just drinking. But I knew, so if I had 3 bottles, I was fine the next day. So I'm mid-20s at this point, I was fine. But if I had 4, I was rotten.
If I had 3, I was okay. 4,
Yeah.
fucked, mate. Done. I'm
Yeah.
done. Anyone on 3 would be done.
I know. 2.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
Even one big bottle, some
One
people
big
are
bottle of
half gone.
wine. I know. It's insane, but I knew that my limits were, if I had 4, then I was useless the next day. But don't get me wrong, I mean, that was pretty much every night. Some nights I'd meet mates after work for a couple of pints, and then I'd go back and then maybe do the same. But I remember, because then the weekends would be, you know, like party time. We'd go out on the town or whatever, and do a bit of naughty stuff.
Yeah,
And then Sunday would always be a fundy Sunday in the flat, and we'd maybe
Sunday,
cook a roast.
yeah.
And I'd be cooking that and having some wine, and then we'd just sit and chill. And Sunday night would be kind of, you know, in bed by 10, but I'd have been drinking most of the day. But I remember thinking to myself, and this little thought would pop into my head. I'd be walking home from work and I'd be like, you haven't had a day off drinking now for, and it'd be like a week, and then it'd be like 2 weeks, and it'd be like a month, and then it'd be like, you actually haven't had a day off drinking for like 6 months. And that's what I was, and it was, I was saying these things to myself, but not doing anything about it. Do you know what I mean? Because I was thinking, well, I've got my life's together. I've got my flat. I've got,
It's not that bad.
good job. And I didn't know the exact, like I smoked in those days and I knew that was bad for me, but I didn't know that alcohol was as bad as it is, you know? I just thought, I'm not harming anyone. I'm a fun drunk, because I was still fun drunk at that point. But what I was doing in my flat of an evening, okay, I was getting drunk, but I wasn't going out and annoying people. Like we had housemates, but they were all room dwellers. So I just sat in my room and, you know, got 3 bottles Millered myself.
But it's like you said though, like you talk about it a lot on your socials as well. It's because I think it's so accepted or normalized drinking that when you say like, oh, I've been drinking for 6 months, people don't maybe necessarily see it as a problem, because it's like, well, I'm only having a drink. I'm not doing hard drugs. I'm not, you know, I'm just at my house having a drink, and you know, I'm still having Sunday lunch. Like, what's the big deal?
Yeah.
But what people don't realize, as you said, it's a carcinogen. I didn't know that until I heard you on your socials talk about it being a carcinogen and having all these sort of harmful properties. I knew obviously it wasn't good for your health, but I didn't realize it was so dangerous. You know, especially when you said something about, you know, you should only, was it in our podcast?
Yeah.
You said something, if you only drink like a glass of wine or something's your limit, or like your body can handle.
250 ml of wine over a year is the safe limit.
And you're having 3 bottles in a night.
And 3 bottles in a night.
Fuck's sake.
So it's insane.
I mean, I'm quite impressed.
But that was like, as I say, that was just me being sophisticated and having a few glasses of wine. That wasn't, the weekend was like, you know, that's when the hard stuff came in, like the vodka and and not, we'd end up on canal boats and all sorts of stuff. And that was it. If